make a good impression. It's going to be a quick push on towards B, and there's a pretty good read here from Intact. They got 4 players all just ready to frag, and they're dropping bodies. Pool's already hit 2, and he's looking for more. Player back towards bench is going to be able to fight back a little bit. That's Explicit, who's brought it just about even, and now it's all on Bool, who's still claiming lives. Only one more to find. It's a race to the 4K. But Explicit already has 4 of his own. This would be the full ace for him, and he's looking for it. He's going to close distance. Doesn't have time to get a bomb plant, of course. And it will prevent him from getting that pistol ace. Knock his head from his shoulders.
When he's kind of lurking on now, but while this is happening, Dogs of War have already started flooding towards the A site with an execute, blocking off all entrances with use of the utility, and 2 players towards CT spawns have been found.
This backstab is perfectly timed. Zoinks is there to stem the bleeding, though, so it's not too catastrophic. And it feels like Intact have a really good job of getting into position for the post plant immediately for the attempted retake. The problem is they don't really have time for it. Now it's just an M1 and a scout with a man disadvantage, and utility still available on Jet. They're going to be pumping that out in just a moment, but as time ticks down, neither of these players has a kit. They're going to have to get one to try and battle back. Devine dropped. It's just going to be Reki trying to save his gun, and he's getting all the way back towards the other site with that M1.
The execute. This is going to give away their intent right here. They can send their players over, and Dogs of War have already taken damage.
There's the shot from Clone. That's a good one. Might have another opportunity as they're rounding the corner, but he's hemmed in by the bench. Just one more tap needed, but he can't quite find it. His teammates are here, but his teammates are losing their life, and that's a nice shot from Insane to take down Reki. All just Bool. He's going to have to pop out of the market and finds the first, isolates it into a 1v1. He's been impressive so far. He just needs to find one more kill, and he will. Great idea. They're bunched up at the top of mid. They're expecting something. Not quite there. So the concept that might be where the aggression comes from has been put in their brains. Meanwhile, instead, push comes in towards Apps. Clone actually gets another through the smoke, just tap it away. Takes a little bit of a blood sacrifice from his teammate in the process as well, but with 2 bodies already. Oh, he's got a decent position. The problem is they're so far past him, it may not matter. Insane's found 1. Does he expect the second to potentially be in the same position? Should know that's possible, but Reki's just going to hold and wait for him. Insane's clearing it, and Insane has the shot. That was living up to his name. Just swings around the corner and pops the head. So now at 2v3, this is suddenly more viable. With only 20 seconds on the clock, they've got to make their move now. The plan has to come through, and immediately that's going to prompt a response. But Jet gets 1 from a strong position. Still got to get this bomb, and it's 10 seconds. Now all it would take is 1 peek from Clone into mid, and he can deny it. Instead, it'll be Devine through the box who finds it, and that's the round lost. Just Jet to try and save. Reki's got the firebox spot, and they no longer have a Molotov to dig him out, so he's going to have the spray here, and that's 2, and that's enough to really wreck their day. Should be good for the post plant as well. There's a little bit of utility to at least push them back towards CT and allow that bomb to make its way towards site if they want to. But Jet is stuck. He's flashed out. He's hesitating a little bit. However, his teammates will be able to get the frag, so it may not matter. That's going to build space, and it's all to Bool. The wonderkid himself needs to get this done. He's got 2 to find, one of whom is on 1 HP. He wins out this duel with Jet. Win is just a whisper to be dealt with.
Yeah, I like the movement from Win, repositioning instantly for that headshot angle to avoid that fatal blow, right? It's going to have to be a headshot if you want that kill, and there it is, the headshot angle just a little bit too supreme.
Being aggressive on the... This could get dangerous. Coming up the underpass, he might have the backstab. It's Nguyen who's watching for it, but he falls off at just the wrong moment. Who's going to get the timing here? It will be Nguyen, who blindsides him as he peeks just a little bit too deep in. But Clone stands strong outside the apps, and now it's just Devine. The last man remaining got 1 up close. This is the op shot, and he's getting run down on towards B. Looks like they're still committed to the hit, but with 45 seconds, they're gonna change their mind, it seems.
This is a smart decision, honestly. Look at the setup for Intact already, right? They have 4 players in this direction. Reki finds 1, traded out by CXEY instantly. But there's still a single solo defender here towards the A ramp. That's Bool. He's pushed up, right? He has all the control that they need towards the A site to kind of keep that B defense strong, but they will have to rotate. Now, I am a little bit surprised to see Dogs of War give up that jungle control and kind of lightly hold connector. This is... Oh, nice read from Jet, though. I like that. There it is, down to a 3 versus 3 now.
That was like the double take from Jet. He's checking that angle right as he starts to pull off, and a player starts to hop out, and it's like, oh, wait, what did I just see? Turns back, gets the op shot. Well done. Now we're in the post plant. They lost their trump card. They lost their ace in the hole, and it's Clone who's alone on site, and they get picked apart.
Better. And it's going to be an A execute.
It's a nice spot from Reki. They haven't, I mean, it's a commonly mollied spot, right? But they hadn't been playing it all game, so now they exploit it. The hit comes in, the bodies are dropping, and as they get aggressive towards CT, Nguyen will be dug out as well. The bomb is planted, but it's a 2-on-4 retake. They're just going to try and worm their way in and give themselves a chance. It's going to be Jet up in the palace, striking twice. That op is quick, and there's a third. Jet's going huge. Supernova out here, and it's all on Bull. He was the lightning player in the beginning, and he's found one, trying to turn it into a second. Now has position on Explicit, but Explicit will withdraw into his hole. The rabbit is back in the hat, and Bull's just going to stick the defuse. Does he have the time? He does indeed. The balls on this guy. So it is going to be the quick hit out on towards B. It's only Nguyen to really be able to resist, and he's overwhelmed instantly. Jet's got support from the market, but he's got to wait for his teammates to get in for this post plant. So it is going to be intact in exactly the positions they want to be, with all 5 alive and untouched. Bomb now planted, control of the catwalk, 60 with no chance to get back in. And they're all going to be coming from market. This should just be a shooting gallery, a crossfire that will knock them all down. But Explicit, he's found the first, tapping down Clone behind the van. Problem is, they've still got a lot of ground to cover to get back on towards that bomb. There's many Glocks looking their way. Explicit now in a 1v2. He's got control of the bomb. He's got out, but they're just waiting for that tap to come in, that attempted defuse. He's brought the first, just chasing the fight out towards Catwalk, but Devine can just chill. There's no reason to peek until he hears that tap. And now Explicit comes right to him and gives him a buffet serving of pistol kill.
Yeah, I mean, mid control is such a critical piece of this map, I find. Can't really do much without it. Clone, nice awareness there, and Nguyen is punished for his aggression and his information peeking. But Insane says, I'm not gonna let this one slip away too far out of control. So the advantage is taken away, and map control is reestablished. But there's only one solo defender right here towards the A side, and he might have 3 players coming at him real soon. But Explicit is falling back for that A retake. Oh, and applying some pressure towards the B site, but he is eventually removed from the scenario, and there it is. Now the utility and the bit of kind of flashbangs and smokes are going to give away Intact's intent, and Dogs of War, they're up.
There's a player out towards the bench. He's kind of on an island. Explicit has the edge of the smoke, though, and they're going to feed right into him. Gets the 2K and damage onto the third. It's all just swinks now. He's got to get the bomb. He's got to get it planted. Utility to work with, but he's going to toss it out immediately. Tries to take the first fight. I love this. A little bit of nade just to put the fear into them, to let them know that there's somebody close up. The problem, though, is he presses it just a bit too far, and there's a boost set up to catch him out. Well played by Intact. They read exactly what Dogs of War wanted to do, and they set up for the counter. Explicit, though, gets a trade. So that's a presence out, and now the boost up on Catwalk going to yield results as well. They're falling apart in mid. Trades are good, though, and now the CT defense spread a little bit. There's something to work with here. There's a player up in towards ladder. That's insane. Did they get past him? They got an open path to either site, and as he tries to walk out mid, that's not going to be the read. Through the smoke and to his death. That's just 2 to either side. Make that 1. Jet, he's got the op, but he's got to find both, and Devine will be punching in the numbers. Jet doesn't realize he's so close already. He's looking for the player to connect there, but it's going to be Palace instead that he's got to be wary of. Devine will just bolt him to the wall and secure.
Kind of utility has come out from Dogs of War, making this a little awkward.
A nade. That's straight on the Zoinks. That was chunky. Zoinks tries to hop out. Sexy takes him down. And now the rest of his teams are just going to flood through. They'll at least get the trade. The problem is there's still a lot of bodies on site. And they're ready. Got this crossfire set up. They're just going to be dropping bodies. Sexy's still around. He's been so deadly this second half. And that won't change at all. Devine now last. Find the first, but he needs 2 more, and they're right close nearby. Tries to pull around. Insane has the angle aggressively in previous rounds. Oh, 60. They've played that boost up spot on Catwalk just one too many times, and Clone is looking for exactly that. So that's a gift from the gods for him. Now Intact might have a little bit of an inroad. It's still tough. No armor behind it, but that's going to make it a lot easier. That mid presence is just getting picked apart 1 by 1. This is risky now. There's a path from apartment straight onto site into a bomb plant. Fortunately for Dogs of War, it seems like the bomb wants to head.
Yeah, the bomb's in a ramp right now, actually. It's under fire, and Devine actually comes out on top, and that's a massive loss now for the Dogs of War. Right, we were talking about this round having 1 casualty, but now we're talking about a potential round win for Intact. Luckily, Jet is hitting his shots, and he I'm not sure what that was, but he just wasn't looking in the right place. I think he might have just timed out, but in win.
I think
In an
so.
unfortunate scenario now in a 1 versus 3, unable to find the kill before he's eliminated. Almost at 8.5 thousand. But now a hard A push coming out right here. This might be a little bit too confident, but then walking straight into pistols.
The scout can tap away as well. They're having to look every which direction now. Man disadvantage. They've still got the armor. They could reset. They could just get out of here. Problem is there's a firebox player who might actually be able to catch out Devine. And they're leaving Devine alone. This is a interesting decision considering he's got the bomb on his back, but he will be able to slip back. Okay, unharried, unchallenged. This could get hairy. Nguyen tucked right back behind that bench. He's going to hear their footsteps, so that's going to trigger the pickup of the weaponry and the start to the rotation. And Devine, he's exposed. That's the bomb found. Now it's all just on Reki to try and salvage a catastrophic round. He's only got 8 seconds to do it. Just has to go for the plant.
Wow.
Knows they're going to face him, and it's Nguyen with the CZ to get it done. It's the apartments, but it's really just one player leaving the Vanguard. Now they're going to commit players up the catwalk as well. They're overwhelming the B bomb site, but the defense is good. Jet will burn, however, and it's just going to be 6C. They don't clear his spot. That exposes the bomb planter, and now he can wreak havoc on site. Bool is the last alive. He's completely separated from the rest of his team. 55 seconds. He was so impressive at the beginning of this game, and he has cooled off majorly. Well, they need him now. He's found the first. He'll be able to have the angle as well, but 6C's just toying with him. His teammate can get in. The swap to the Galil will betray him. Now they're going to toss it out. Zoink's just trying to gain ground. He's going to bully the player on catwalk, but he's bullied in turn. 6C, the player we were calling out, is delivering again and again and again. Jet's just going to be tapping away with a pistol instead, and at least a bomb plant has been secured for intact. There's still going to be the big guns coming in on the post plant, and Bool's the only player with an actual rifle for his squad. Take comes in. They try and get aggressive in towards market, and it's actually yielding fruit. Players dropping. It's all on Explicit. What on earth has happened here? Explicit trying to get back in. He's got the op. He's trying to get out. He's flashed. He's blinded. He's just going to withdraw, and the round is intact. Awkward. I think a lot's going to come down in Wen's position here. He's just got a CZ, but if they don't check it, this is a classic spot. He can get some damage done. Oh, the perfect timing. He's got a player with a nade in his hand, but he just doesn't quite capitalize. Now they're going to run him down. He'll still somehow convert the kill. Pick up the rifle and the second as well. The hero play coming out as he locks down the apartments and finds the parcel of C4. Reki now last alive. It's a catastrophe for Intact. And Dogs of War keep all 4 up. It's trying to draw the floating player over. Meanwhile, the remainder of his team is going to roll through the underpass. Zoinks might have done enough here. He's just found a rifle on catwalk. That's going to draw a serious rotation. They're right off of the site. That's an open bomb plant. And once again, it's looking like an eco might have some outsized impact. Zoinks peeks into the op, but he's going to lose the duel. And that might send players back. But it may not matter. They're already through. The problem is the boost up in towards window was unsuccessful, and now they're getting picked apart by the ops. The timing isn't there. The rifles are against them, and it's all on Clone. The idea nearly worked out, but now Clone is the one player to try and keep his team out from overtime, to try and win this in regulation. He's got 4 bodies to find in 55 seconds in which to do it. 6C hits the op, and it's 15-15. We're going the distance, Roy.
Yeah, I mean, hope there's a smoke for CT spawn. There it is. Yeah, I see it now in the air. Jet don't find the kill. They're a little bit too early. And Insane finds one of his own. That's it. All things evened up. Jet pushes over towards triple. He's going really aggressive, but that shot was just a bit off the mark. So that means free sight here for Intact, but not free enough because the XCI is actually opping all the way from Cat. So there it is. Devine down into 1 versus 2.
Insane. This smoke is going to fade at just the right time. He has the angle just before the bomb can go down. Devine was ready for it. Explicit overwhelmed under the balcony. Players just flooding out like a river on towards site. But Jet's got the gap in the smoke, and he had a great impact with the op in the previous round. He's going to do so in this as well. It's even numbers on the post plant. Gets that bomb down. Numbers punched in, and it's good positioning except for the fact that the flank's already coming. 6C is fast, and they're not ready for this. Devine actually might be. It's all going to be up to timing. They're making noise on site to try and distract, and 6C might have the perfect backstab here. Exposed flesh, and he's going to have the first. Knows where the second is as well. Tucked in towards Sandwich, and they'll just run him down, not even needing the backstab through. It's going to be 17 for Dogs of War. Double op survives. It's going Gonna get very uncomfortable hopping out of the apartments, but it won't matter when hops out of the apartments and straight to an op kill. And there's a second as well. Zoinks is out. He's asserting himself on the site. He took the initial kill. Now he's back to claim his territory. The man advantage in the post plant is going to be insane and explicit to get back in. Insane starts them off well. Bomb goes down. Devine and Zoinks on the defense, but they've already crossed, and they're going to be grouped up in Market. Coming out here on Mirage, both from the Market, trying to reclaim this site.
Now Zoinks in a perfect position for this. He has them to his right, both of them, as if he's not cleared out well. That could be a problem, but nice maneuvering there from Explicit. Buys this team some space. Now it's all down to Devine with the AWP, but Insane is sniffing him out like the dog of war he is, and it is dogs of war with the flawless first half of OT. 3-0, Mike. This is a turnaround and a half. This work now, and Execute coming out early here from Dogs of War, looking to transition their way onto site. Smoke, small dog flashes all raiding in, and Explicit have found the first blood.
They only have to make it work once, and right now they've got the advantage in the position to get the bomb down. Devine's looking for a gap in smoke, but none was really afforded to him to be useful. And so the rest of his team is here. They're getting ready for the retake attempt, and that's a great way to start it off. Devine hits the shot in the firebox player. It's a big gun down as well, and Sixy. It's just going to be the remaining three, and they're sending a flank all the way around towards mid, so if this take doesn't come quick, it may be punished. He's already gotten his way towards Catwalk, and Win has taken first blood. They're trying to find more. Devine's surrounded. He's going to hit the shot, but he's all alone. The IGL has to do it all himself, and he cannot do so. 19-15, Dogs of War close their jaws and take that last round.
Wow.